Good evening, friends. Just me, Tom Wood, 63-year-old with cerebral palsy and autism. Sorry, I just had to pull the plug on the cooling fan, auxiliary cooling fan from my laptop computer to make it easier for you to hear me. I myself am doing okay. Today is, of course, Saturday, the 24th day of April, and it is 9:15 in the evening. And as usual, was that I have been watching television online. You know that, but before that, I watched uh, four different uh, Saturday morning cartoons that I have on DVD disc. There was a Darkwing Duck, Tailspin, Brave Star, and the New Adventures of Zorro. That I tend to like some of the old stuff, that rather than a lot of the new stuff that is shown up on, the latest version of the Cartoon Network. And today was it this morning? I spent some time crutching around outside. It was one of my pairs of forearm crutches to take and haul away another full 30-gallon trash barrel full of last autumn's fallen leaves from the backside of my manufactured home here. I still have a lot more leaves to pick up. You know, the, so I'll do that on another day, maybe another couple trash barrel fulls, that, and I'll soon have it all done until was it next spring in 2022. When I have my place, clean my place up. Then this morning, was it just before noontime? I used my quad rollator walker frame to take and hobble north up New Hampshire Route 28, which is, of course, the main secondary north-south secondary highway between the city of Lawrence, Massachusetts, and the city of Manchester, New Hampshire. I first stopped at the dairy convenience store in the Hillside Plaza, which is zero point 0.3 miles north of me. I just purchased was it a couple snacks. Then I hobbled another 2/10 of a mile further north to the intersection of New Hampshire Route 28 and New Hampshire Route 28B, where the Clam Haven mom and pop fast food joint is located. And I purchased a fried clam box dinner for myself. That was my lunch. My big special meal of the week. So was it? I enjoyed that. Then I hobbled all the way back home. Of course, remembering to stop at the cluster mailbox. Was it the at the bottom of the hill? On lane number one of the manufa- of this manufactured home park which I live in. To pick up my mail. There was nothing today, of course. Then after I got back home, I took a long afternoon nap, which was needed. I will note, that I do have cerebral palsy, neuromuscular spasticity, aching in both of my legs, which is normal for me. You know, but of course, the only thing I take for it is just the only thing I take for it was it acetaminophen, 500 milligrams. Once every 4 hours. Of course, I cannot take the medication baclofen, which is for the cerebral palsy spasticity, neuromuscular spasticity. The reason why I cannot take that medication is because I take Lexapro, which is a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor type antidepressant, and SSRIs, that have adverse reactions with baclofen in the body. That that so I'm just simply stuck taking regular over-the-counter pain relief. That, and of course today with it, I have also been performing some with it minor house chores, like picking up clutter. That I have a specific space where I put newspapers that I've bought at the dairy convenience store. I will only pile up at most 3 or 4. Was it read them, and then I will heave them in the trash. So that do not collect and pile up. With it. Tomorrow I'm going to take. Tomorrow after was it online worship at the First Parish Congregational United Church of Christ here in Derry, the church I belong to. I will hobble back up to the Derry convenience store because I want a copy of the Sunday edition of the Manchester Union Leader. Yes, I'm a little bit old-fashioned in that I still was read newspapers, other than was it watching the news online. Was it from CNN, NBC News, and the CBS News, CBS News channel. Of course, I also watch the PBS NewsHour, to get my news. I stay totally clear of uh, Fox News because it's all a lot of it is made up bovine manure that doesn't have much of a basis in objective reality. I have, well, at the Wally Mart, that I do was it buy these, was it tubs of sandwich meat? Was it the Walmart, was a generic great value brand, and I use these tubs after I've emptied them. The, the food content. That I use them for the storage of stuff. And right here, I have a model kit for a two drive motor dual dual was it gearbox gearbox that I can use as the drive unit for an eventual was it small rover robot. That'll be controlled by my Arduino. Was it microcontroller? Was it engineering design and development kit? So that's just a project that I've kind of taken to finish, but I'll finish it, in the next week. At least have drive motors was it set up, built, set up, and I'll have them run a test program to run them to see if they'll work. As I said, that my days are pretty quiet. With it uh, since I am in retirement. With it, you know, ret- I had to retire early. With it because of the issues with it that that not just my aging body, which having with it spastic diplegia type cerebral palsy that affects my legs. With respect to strength and stamina, but also issues with cognitive issues related to was it having a milder form of autism. Of course, the time they call I was originally diagnosed as having Asperger's syndrome, but Asperger's syndrome is now a dirty word because Dr. Hans Asperger was a Nazi SS doctor, and he sent was it shitloads of was it uh, children with nonverbal autism to their deaths, and the only autistic kids he saved were the ones who were verbal, and who were like me, walking encyclopedias. That So it's kind of a mixed legacy in the disability community. I am feeling, of course, happy. That the only my only life stressors is just the paying my bills and paying my taxes. That is it. That as far as life stressors, and the I just have lots of time on my hands to do whatever I want to do and not worry about a time clock. And of course, with me, things get done when they get done. Was it at my own pace and in my own way? So was it? I live my life the way I want it, the way I want to now. And as I've said, is it? I am a 24/7 adult diaper wearer. That uh, I've been wearing adult diapers now for the last since age 29, and I'm 63 years old now. So is it? And of course, Donald Trump can kiss my diapered ass. Yeah, even though he is now out of office. As for me, I just pretty much go through about 4 to 5, usually about 5 diapers a day when it comes to my bladder and bowel incontinence. That Well, I can't think of anything else to say right now for this video weblog on a Saturday, except that I am going to take and sign off and get back to watching some television online. Primarily, was it science documentaries. I'll see you. I'll be back online. Is it tomorrow?